Get you back to a somewhat normal Norman here. Morning. I can't even talk. It's bad when I sleep in and my mother calls me and wakes me up. She's usually out here a couple hours before she ever wakes up. Hey, look who that is. Batman! Figured I'd show you that since he's watching me. And there's still a couple in here, isn't there? I don't think I gotta feed them today, but I do gotta feed the 2-year-old today. I'll use the skid steer. A little easier when it's cold out. Unless I'm gonna feed more than one bale. Hey ladies, you forgetting something? Blue, easy. Easy. Blue. Blue, don't be a jerk. She can't get out when you block her in. Then you get her in a slick spot. She falls on her arse. Blue, you're done. Thank you. Don't be running them out there. It's too freaking rough. Bad enough she found the slick spot inside. And yeah, Rainy's out here. She doesn't need to be looking for shit. Because she's supposed to be on light duty. Okay, well, let's see what the day brings. Rainy, you don't need that. It's a chunk of hay anyway. What the hell? Last thing she needs is plug her ass up. Silly mutt. I see one with a little string, but she ain't very loose. Must be the yellow tag. That's her head right there. I see another one. That one right there. Yeah, but I don't see any on the ground from here. I have a camera hog in the way. If you notice the other one's head, the way it's moving, and camera hog better get out of the way. Hey, no fighting next to a new baby. Get out of there, dumbasses. Yeah, I had a clear shot right until I got my phone out and turned the camera on it. Camera hogs. Let's see what we got down here. 122J. I believe it's, yep, 122J. Huh? 122J. She wasn't due till March. Of course, like we've said before. I mean, well, I'm kind of sad that Peter's moved on to Idaho instead of being here. And she wants to know what the date is. She's got a phone. Look at what we got there. We got a heifer.
I lied.
Out of a 2-year-old. I already took care of that. I have now wiped out 3 sections of video. One reason she lied. I gave her this cow's number, and she was thinking that she was the daughter of 132.
It's not 1, 2, 3.
She's
1, 2, 3. They look so similar.
yeah, 123 is this one's mama, not 132, and they look similar. So anyway, nice healthy heifer calf on the ground, but her mother is actually 511C, who is here at the other end, waiting for her grain this morning because, you know, I treated some water and did this and did that. None of us got moving. There. That one. That's the grandma. Yeah. Congratulations, Grandma. You got a granddaughter. And you're an aunt today. Yes, you are. And you, yeah, you're still you. And he did not get any extra milk last night. He looks to be filled out fairly decent. And I saw him eating earlier and he's eating now. So hopefully she's finally got her milk in. The other night when Becky's brother and sister-in-law showed up and we were lifting that cow the first time. This is why they showed up. This was Becky's dad's. It's like a 04, 05, maybe 06. It's right in there. He got a new side-by-side. So he gave this to her. It's kind of a Merry Christmas. And we were supposed to actually pick it up, I think, before Christmas, but it's a 400. What I found, what they say these engines do, they actually have the power of 500. Has a little oil leaking. It's all over the front drive shaft assembly, but I just got down and looked up. It's coming from the head. So I'm figuring it's a head gasket. Hondas do it too. Hopefully it's not too bad to fix. Most likely just an O-ring. Has a winch on it, 4-wheel drive. It's 2 or 4. I like where his winch control is. I don't know that that's where it was originally, but you know, a little over 4,000 miles on it, which is what I found about average for these. And it needs to clean it up. You know, he was riding it around 600 acres of timber, cut and slashed and that kind of stuff. So, you know, that and my nephew and him and my brother-in-law would use it if they got a deer or an elk. Appears to be water cooled. I don't think it's an oil cooler. I think it's actually water cooled. I think I did see somewhere they are. Anyway, that's Becky's new baby. Pretty snazzy. Hopefully it'll get cleaned up today, because Ty did not go home last night because apparently something with the insurance couldn't pick the car up yet because, well, the check that they had was expired, so, you know, they can't release the car till they're paid. So Maury and his dad are apparently going to go down there today and pick it up, and Maury's going to bring it by here. But in the meantime, she's got to get the dirty inside. She's got to clean the toaster up so Maury can take it back. So the shop's open, and she's just sitting over here talking back and forth to her mother, since her mother just got back from the grocery store. I ought to charge her for the diesel to keep the shop warm with the doors wide open when it's 22 degrees out. Anyway, that's how the day's going so far. Isn't it? And there she is. I see her better on the camera than I can otherwise. It's after lunch ways. Mama did a pretty good job of cleaning her up. But, you know, it was 22 degrees this morning.
That's a heavy dead cat.
She's been up and she's ate. Excuse me. Oh, we brought her over here so Grandma could keep an eye on her, right? Huh, Grandma? Yeah. Get her warmed up some. Get her warmed up now and she'll stay warm. We'll probably put one of the coats on her for tonight. It can come off her tomorrow when it warms up out. And then she'll be good to go. But for now, we just put her in there. We'll give her...
She's a heroine.
Yeah, she's a little early too. Her teeth are about half covered.
Not bad for being a March due date.
Yeah, not bad for a March due date. Yeah, she's probably a week early. Give or take. Oh, and if you happen to notice, we don't have a hip clamp laying over there anymore. It was right there at the end of the bale. Because the safeguard for everybody, not just the cows, it came in at the vet's office today, so Mom went down to pick that up, take the hoof clamp back with her so they can have it back in case somebody else needs it. I mean, it's one thing if you got to borrow something like that, I hate having it lay at all, because somebody might need it. And new Mama over here is finally going to get her morning grain after lunch. She was a little upset we stole her calf. She hadn't even been up to eat hay until now. She's doing good. Already cleaned.
Good mama.
Plus, like I say, she already cleaned the baby up pretty good. And baby ate. And this Mama, Tyler was surprised when he just walked in the barn. Oh, Elvis over there, he was busy eating when we walked in. She's coming around more and more. Well, there's the Tahoe. Apparently it's got a couple mechanical things they couldn't fix. Well, not necessarily mechanical. One of them says something isn't connecting to something else, and I think part of it's the temperature sensor. It says it's not working right. Upgraded. Looks like a 2020 grill instead of a 2019. Headlight assemblies and all. But it's not supposed to have that bumper. It was supposed to have I think a Buckstop brand off-road bumper. So we're kind of waiting to find out about that. There's a couple little things that weren't there before the accident. I know they had to put a new hood on it. There's two spots. Little one right there, if you can see it or not. Little one right there. It looks to me like either somebody gouged it before it got painted, or there's a little oil on it and the paint didn't stick there, which that won't be very good. It's kind of dusty, so it's hard to show too much. And the bumper's not supposed to stick out beyond the front of the body either. I don't know. I texted the guy that owns the shop. I mean, this isn't what they do. Inside door panel on the driver's door isn't even all the way on. And my experience with door panels is that's the part that's got to go on first before you can put the rest of it together. If you can see that. It's sticking up 3/8 of an inch. And the door don't line up. It's sagged. I mean, maybe there was some reason someplace else for the sag, but and there's a ding right there that wasn't there before the wreck, and a ding right there that wasn't there before the wreck. And where paint got knocked off here at the wreck, it's still that way. So, I don't know. I really don't. I mean, I know he's having trouble keeping employees through all the COVID crap. So maybe you got somebody in there that ain't paying attention to what they're doing or what. But like I say, I sent him a couple pictures, and that's all I can do. Ty's not happy. She actually cried because, she expected a fancy bumper on the front because they're actually less expensive than the factory bumper. And didn't expect to have to go find a mechanic to take it to. But at the moment, it is what it is. Look at that! And she, underside of her tail is white, almost all the way up. Kind of interesting. Got her all bundled up here and hadn't got her shots yet. Gets Bosi or Musi, whichever one we happen to have. Bosi this year. Vitamin A, D, vitamin B, and
C and
detoxoid.
I try to save the cold one for last.
Yeah, C and detoxoid is the cold one. It's got to be kept in the fridge, so that's cold. Everything else is room temp. But she is ready to go back and see mommy.
I know.
All warmed up.
Hey.
Where are you going? Yeah, you can't go this way anymore. Luckily, she didn't do it in the warmer, but she poopied on the way over here. And she finished pooping after we got here. That's where her tail was sticking out. I was just in a position where you might not have seen it. Now she's going to stand on my foot. Unfortunately, this gate does not open out, and with the tub over here for water, it don't open in either.
Good job, sis.
So, we go just like this.
Hey, she stepped in her own shit. I didn't. Careful.
Oh, you'll step in it, don't worry.
Careful.
I stepped in Elvis's with both feet this morning. Oh yeah, don't forget that. Little probiotic. We used to give it right off the bat. She wastes half of it. Throw some on her head, and Mama will eat it. She gets some of it in there. But then they say you're not supposed to.
I need to cut your mama's tail.
Boom. They say you're not supposed to give it to them before they have milk.
You're distracted.
Since I'm doing what?
Dad's got the gate for a minute, so I can cut her tail.
Yeah. She ain't going nowhere. I just lock you in there too. And poor Blue just standing there wanting to get in, but there's a tarp in the way.
Good girl.
And
good pair of scissors.
Yes, we cut tails. The reason we do that is, at a glance, you know who is calved.
Especially when they get moved over with The other ones
Yeah.
have not calved yet.
I mean, obviously these two have calved, they're intended to calve, but once they go in general population, and the numbers we're at now, it isn't too hard. Oh look, the fat one, she hasn't calved yet or something like that. But the numbers we used to be, you're looking across, the whole lot would be clear full. And time to treat the water, and they're going to get by till morning. May have to feed the cows by morning too. So
Did you tell him I got the hoe back?
yes, I told him you got the hoe back, and I showed it and showed you a couple of the things and said you weren't happy.
No.
So anyway, that's another story.
Oh, you have an elk too.
Oh, Ty says she thinks there's a cow elk running around out there with the deer in the hayfield, and there could be. They pass through once in a while. When I was a kid, right over the top of Minnie's head, down along the creek, there was 2 doe and what I thought was a huge freaking buck with them. Because on the other side of the bank, there was some brush and it looked like antlers. Looked at him in the binoculars and, man, that's still a huge buck. Till she turned her head, the antlers didn't move with her. And we have bulls come through once in a while. We see them. I mean, they've never, that I know of, never been on our place because usually they go through fences. But we had a 6x6 or so on the neighbors there about 10 years ago. He wandered around here for a week or so and disappeared. Anyway, just more stories. Say hello, Ruby. There you go, Brett. Letting him in early just because we can. Keeps him away from the water here because it's already added into it, but it's got to get filled up before it's right.